He's the original Essex cheeky chap who took Hollywood by storm with his presenting skills.
Well, now Mark Wright is back on our screens for a brand new show, and this time it's a family affair.
Looks fun, right? We're joined by the family now on the sofa. Mark, his brother Josh, and Dad Mark Sr. Hello, all. How are you?
Welcome.
Very good, thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
It feels so weird to have these two on this morning sofa.
I bet it
Obviously,
does.
I'm used to it. I'm looking going, what are these two doing here?
Yeah.
But do you know what? That was part of the reason for doing this in the first place, because, you know, you're sort of got your life and you're doing lots of stuff and you're off and away. These two would be going to the pub on a Sunday having a drink, and you missed out on quite a lot of that. So this felt like a really good opportunity to all come together and spend some time.
Yeah, I didn't really realise how distant I was, and I used to hear these lot talking, and Josh would sometimes speak to Michelle about it and just, you know, checking if I'm okay. And I'm so family orientated, and we've grown up together and just done everything together.
Yeah.
And when I started hearing people talk about it, I was like, well, maybe I am distant. And I started going back over the last few years, and I'm just always kind of chasing that next thing and forgetting to stay present. So this was a moment to get away, the three of us, and just kind of make up for lost time, and it was honestly so special.
You're very brave allowing your brother and Dad on the sofa with you, because literally they can say anything they want. All those pent-up things over the years. Now it's the time, lads.
We've got a few, don't worry.
Yeah, well,
only if we can get a word in.
the floor is yours. The floor is yours, Dad. How did you enjoy the trip?
For me, personally, it was absolutely brutal.
Was it? Was it?
It was truly brutal, but they were never going to beat me. So I'd done it, and I've done more.
Do you know what? That's what's interesting about this, because you do get quite competitive with each other. I mean, we've seen you in Soccer Aid, we know you're a sportsman, you're a professional footballer as well. But this must stem from you, does it? Were you all quite competitive when the boys were growing up?
Very.
Yeah.
Very competitive.
He was a professional footballer as well.
I see. Oh, well, it's
Many
in the
moons
blood.
ago.
He
It's in
tries
the
to
blood.
control us and settle us down, but he loves it, really. He likes when we compete, but to a certain level, not when
Yeah.
it gets too much, which he can do with us.
There were things we did, like bungee jumping and skydiving, where he would normally say, there's no chance, so there's no way I'm doing this. But because we were doing it, that competitive
That made
nature
you
came
do it.
out, and he was like, I've just got to do it because you two are doing it.
Well done.
So that's why he found
Every
it brutal.
day. Twice a day. Morning, lunch, then we go again.
Say no for an hour wherever we were going. I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. As we'd get there, go, all right, come on then.
Well
Let's get it
done.
done.
It's good.
Yeah.
Tell us about you. So you were a pro footballer?
Yeah, when I was younger.
Where did you play?
I was apprentice at Charlton.
Oh, wow.
And I was a pro at Millwall. But before that, at 16, I was a year full-time at Chelsea.
Wow.
Malden, their training ground, yeah. Went there every day.
And Josh, you're playing now,
I'm still playing now, yeah. I'm hanging in there. I'm getting on. But,
Just about.
Yeah, exactly. Still enjoying it, and I'll go until I can't or something stops.
Until you can't, yeah. And, I mean, this also, we're talking about the football and we're talking about the competition, but actually there is very much another side to this as well. And this was a real opportunity for you to open up and just talk. And I think, you know, people will see the three of you sitting here and, you know, lads competition. But actually, what is brilliant, what's so lovely about this is that you see another side, a side that you hope to encourage a lot more men to talk about, be open.
I don't think we realised how much individually we had to get off our chest. We're never really together, just us three. Normally our wives are there, so you don't really get to talk. And I think we all came out with stuff that we needed to do. And, you know, men need to talk, women need to, everyone needs to talk. And we really aired things. And my dad said one of the things that upset him about the trip, but he's glad it happened, was the fact that we told him some, you know, issues that we've both got. And the fact that we never told him sooner, and that kind of upset
I
him.
wish they'd come to me years ago or a few years ago.
Yeah.
Because things come out in our conversations when we was on tour that I was quite emotional about, upset they didn't come to me and speak to me about it. They kept it within, because I keep things within. I should be more outgoing with talking and etc. But I'm not. I don't know. That's maybe the way I was brought up, but they're different.
Well, no disrespect to you, but, you know, your generation, my generation, we're not as open about our feelings. It just
Craig, are
wasn't
you
seen.
saying you're my dad's generation?
I'm not far off.
I could be your
tough paper round,
grandfather.
sunshine. You had a tough paper round.
Grandfather.
But no, I mean, like, it's interesting. You talk to younger people now. My own kids, they talk about everything. They
I
share
think that was
everything.
the biggest thing that I certainly took from the weeks that we were away. As much as we did some amazing, exciting things, and I loved pretty much every minute of it, but it was how, if I didn't think I already knew these two well enough, I actually got to know them that bit more, because we started opening up and coming even closer. And it just shows you that if there is something on your chest and you need to get it off, it's so important to do it. And I think that's the biggest thing that I took out of it.
And do you hope that when people watch this, or like even just listening to you say this now, I feel like I want to just, you know, ring my family. Do you hope that it will encourage other people to have those
Well, it
conversations?
certainly helped me, because Josh, he was on the verge. Sorry, I'm getting a bit of a nervous breakdown and like a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. You know, me and my wife, Carol, we had no idea what he was going through. We knew he had 1 or 2 problems, trying to find another club, etc. But yeah, when it come out,
It's all
crazy.
It's all footballers have ever known since they were a kid, and I've watched him like go to bed early every night of the week, only have that gap in the summer to go on holiday. It's all he's ever known. So when it's coming to an end, I mean, the mental health levels in footballers is quite high. There's a lot of footballers that go through it when they retire, retired footballers. And we didn't know he was going through it. And he broke down in one of the episodes, you'll see it, and he said, look, I'm going to tell you this now because I've not done it. And it was a real sad moment.
So, Josh, for you then, doing something like this and seeing what is out there, you travel the UK, but you look at what's out there, that there is a life beyond the football pitch and that there is so much adventure and adrenaline and things to be had.
No, definitely. It was a massive eye-opener. And that's why I said to Mark especially, but also my dad, thank you for the opportunity, because in the football, in my industry, you're so routine to day in, day out, every week, every month's the same, other than the off-season. And I did get to experience other things and see that there is life after football. It's the hardest thing for any sports person to accept, the day that it comes to an end, because I don't know any different and neither does anyone.
Yeah.
So now to see that there is life after, it has been a big help in my mind for when that day comes, that I'm a little bit more prepared.
Yeah,
I see this a lot in my main job, and there is light at the other side. It takes a while, and there's a weird period where you change, and that's when you need these guys around you. So, look, not everyone can go off on a big adventure, but a lot of people will be in your situation, feel they don't talk enough. What's your advice to all of them watching today?
Just talk. I mean, I talk to my wife and you talk to the people you live with, but we're 3 alpha males. Our dad's someone that is our successor. We try to make him proud, always try and be strong. So it's always been hard for us to open up to him. And also my dad's never been... We know that he's proud of us. We know that he loves us, but he's never really told us. He's not a very emotional person. He's very kind of...
I'll show that in other ways.
He'll show it in other ways, but... So
Yeah.
because he doesn't talk about it, we don't to him. We might tell our mum, but we don't really tell him. So it was a real kind of cleansing. I mean, I don't want to sound deep, but it really was to be able to finally tell our dad what we're feeling, and it was just nice to hear from him.
It's cathartic.
It's lovely.
I've not seen my boys cry since they was babies. You know, that's how emotional and deep it got. But it was educating for me. It was the right time to do it.
It was after the period we had during COVID. I mean, like Dad losing his brother and he nearly died, just such a tough time. So then we just finally kind of all got together and spoke about everything.
It's important for any family to regroup and heal like that.
So
Thank you. It's really lovely to see you all. It
You're a
really
lesson
is.
to
Nice
us
to
all,
have you.
friends.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
A Wright family holiday, BBC One and BBC iPlayer. But it's tonight at 8 p.m. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.